Back, everyone, to Live Your Dream. It's about you, and I hope that you enjoyed that song from Star Off Machine, Left Behind. I think it's great. If we have time in the show later on, we'll play another one. But anyway, you guys should come on down and go and check them out in Tulare at Barmageddon on Friday night, the August 12th. Doors open at 7, and it'll be a great show. I think it's only $10 or something, which is cheap entertainment for 2 live bands, and they're both going to be great, as you already heard. And now, to segue, which just works out perfectly, I have my very special friend and my guest, Jill Ellis. Thank you so much for coming. It's so great to see you. And she's going to talk about matters of the heart and music and whatever, and I'm just going to let her take the floor and go with it.
Well, first of all, I mean, you can't get any better. How about Star Off Machine, everybody? Star Off Machine, they rock. Barmageddon, coming up, August 12th, be there. And you know what, Letty, I'm just thinking they need to be our house band. They need to be your house band for a day. Have them come in.
If they can, if we can work it out, why not?
If Mr. Mike out there says it's okay, I say go with it. I think it'd be a great show. I really do. Okay. I really do.
Did you hear that, Ted? Ted, he's in the background over there listening, so he's in the audience. Okay, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, and so I think it all ties in perfectly, Letty, because we were talking just the other day about divine intervention, and here we were with music, with dancing, with karaoke. Everybody was there. Cafe 210, it was the place that night, and I started thinking, because both of us have kind of experienced some things recently, very recently, and I know you have. Quite recently. And so, it just all ties in supporting each other, being grateful for each other, being thankful for each other. I mean, it's all about interconnectedness and people just reaching out to one another, don't you think?
Oh, you're giving me goose pimples, I swear. Yes, I agree. And even just the way, do you mind if I really quickly say how we ran into each other? Or you can go ahead and do it. Go ahead.
So here it was. I finished teaching a class and was waiting for my next one. And lo and behold, in Starbucks, of all places, Starbucks, I'm giving them a plug now. Here we go. Starbucks. And here comes Letty. And she's walking by, and I thought, I know her. And so I said, excuse me, what's your name? And she said, Letty. And I said, oh my gosh, from Fresno. Because I used to be here as an employee for Central Valley Talk. I used to help book guests for a couple of different shows. And so
some of the shows that I was on.
And yes, and a couple of shows that she was on. So it just kind of intermixed, and then we just started talking. She said, oh, 210. Tonight, do you sing? I said, okay, yeah. So we go over there, and it was just an amazing experience. And then when we both shared some things that had been going on in our lives, it was like, wow. It was just such a elating feeling.
Right.
It was incredible. It was an incredible experience.
Right. It's like I always say, there are no accidents. Things happen for a reason, because, I go to Starbucks a lot, and that is my favorite Starbucks, but I wasn't supposed to be there. I had been at that Starbucks earlier. I went through the drive-thru, and then my appointment got switched around, and so then I end up going to that Starbucks. I'm sitting at a table next to her. She looked familiar, but it didn't really resonate. I think I asked her something about her book. And before you know it, she goes, yeah, don't you remember I met you at Central Valley Talk in Fresno? So I was telling her about my show, and I'm like, one thing led to another, and then the music, and she came to Cafe 210 that night, and, she sang some great songs that I could dance to. We all danced together. We had a blast. And Ted was there, my earlier guest, and she saw. And it just, again, it's just all fit together, and it's music that brings us together. it's like the universal language. Even if you like different music, like I have a very good friend she's a classical pianist. You know, as a matter of fact, Mike Briggs, who owns Central Valley Talk,
right.
he's a classical guitarist.
Classical music.
Right. So I mean, it doesn't really matter the type of music. It's just the thread between, and it's just so exciting. So anyway, and this is all impromptu. We were just thinking about our experiences and how everything came together, and then of course, because Ted was going to be on to talk about the bands, and we just go, man, and of course everything that happened with me, with my friend, and things that have happened with you, and it just seemed like just the best time to have this kind of a show.
It couldn't be more perfect. And, you know, Letty's show is about you, so about Central Valley. And so, you know, this is just a perfect opportunity for anybody that's overcoming obstacles, you know, anybody that's facing things in life. You know, the best thing I could say is just don't go by how you feel. Don't just go by how you feel, because there's so many things that come at us and bombard us in life, and it's just taking time to really enjoy the things that are important and that really matter. It's little things that kind of just get you through. Like when I heard some very disturbing news the night I met Letty, and so it was kind of wasn't just happenstance that Letty was put in that place at that right time. And I think we both kind of share that similar feeling. So it was just, oh no, this is something we've got to do. We've got to share with the Central Valley. It's take time to really take a breath, Central Valley, and just think about the little things that get you by in life. And I think that's one thing Letty does really well with this show, is putting this about you, about not just you know, businesses that people are promoting, and that's very important, but also, you know, the human interest things, the things that get us by every day in life. So I think it's just a really perfect, opportune time to share this, and I couldn't be more happy to be here on Letty's show today, Central Valley, I can tell you that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm so glad you're able to be here and to share this. And you definitely are a kindred spirit. And I totally agree, because the two of us, the way we came together, it's just, I kind of scratch my head when things like that happen. Or when I meet somebody or something just puts a chain reaction to something else, and you know, just this, just everything. Just me going to all this karaoke stuff all the time, you know. And people try to get me to sing, and I'm like, I want to dance. Just sing some rock music or something with a beat or something that I can get into, you know. But I dance to just about anything anyway. But
and you did some backup singing.
Yes, I know. I did.
You did.
End of the line. Traveling Wilburys.
For the record, she can back up sing Central Valley.
Yeah, it's in there, but it's hard when I'm jumping around to also. And then I get out of breath. I don't know how Britney Spears and J-Lo and all those people do it. They're jumping all over and they can still sing, but that's another story. Anyway, so please, anything with heart, and just if there's anybody out there struggling or suffering, you know, I mean, reach out, you know, talk to people, try to look at the blessings in your life, you know, the gratitude, it helps you. It's about, you may be low today, but feelings come and go, you know, and then something else happens. You know, I was having a really rough day, and then I ran into Jill, and then we started talking, and then when she said she wanted to come to Cafe 210 on last Friday, because that was the karaoke event, and then just all of that, it's just, you just never know when you turn a corner, and then there's, you know, it's divine, you know. I mean, I say that because I couldn't have planned that. I didn't plan that my appointment was going to change, and then I thought, well, that's my favorite Starbucks. I want to go to that one. You know what I mean?
Happens to be my favorite Starbucks, too, for the record.
They're great there. So if you live in Visalia, it's the one by Winco. I mean, there are a lot of great ones there, but I'm just saying that one's my favorite one.
It is by far the best in town.
Oh, yeah. The manager she runs around trying to always get the orders out. Her name is Cassie. I don't know her last name, but she's incredible. So I want to make a plug for her and her whole staff.
God, I wish corporate would let them come up here with some Frappuccinos. I'm telling you.
So, yeah. And anyway, so it's just, you know, it's just enjoying people, loving people. And I say my purpose is to spread love and light. And that was kind of part of the reason why I even started this show. It's like, I want to support people. I want to promote people, whatever's near and dear to your heart, you know, veterans, animal organizations, other causes. activists, our local LGBT group, The Source in Visalia, and then there's one here in Fresno too. They've been on, and I mean, it's just spreading the love and the light. I mean, it's what it's about.
Absolutely.
Whether you're religious or not, it doesn't matter. It's all about love.
Exactly. And so, that kind of thoughts to ponder. So during lunch rush, people here downtown Fresno, think about that as people are cutting you off in traffic, as you're stuck in a red light. It just the little things that just irritate you in the day, just kind of really take a pause, a minute, and just think, is it really that big of a deal? In the big picture of everything, what's really important? And really, it's about relationships. Relationships are the essence of everything in life for you. I mean, if you're not connected in relationships, well, then who's going to be there for you when you need them? Or you should be there to lift people up as well. I'm a big believer in that, big proponent of that, and that's one reason why I wanted to be here, was to support Letty and her show. I think it's a great concept, great show, and just the fact that we ended up you've said it, by divine intervention, just at the right places at the right time. It just couldn't be a better time to come on. So.
Right, because I had met you here before, but then I hadn't seen you, so I didn't have your number, and I just totally forgot until we were. I don't know. I don't know. It's just amazing to me. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I get lost for words on the camera otherwise. I mean, because it's about the heart, and sometimes you can't put words to it,
Uh-huh.
And then with your example about somebody cutting you off, sometimes I try to tell myself, I don't know what that person's going through. Maybe they just lost someone. Maybe they got fired from their job. I mean, I don't know. And sometimes when I can get myself together and get out of myself, my own issues or whatever, I can say, I pray for them. And it helps me. It changes, it shifts the energy, and it'll help them because it's positive energy for them.
Absolutely. So the slow people that are in front of you in line at a cash register, you don't know what they're facing in life at all. And so, I mean, I'll be the first to admit, I'm the one that that does the I roll thing, and then I realize, wait a minute, I don't know what's happening in their life. That people, hurting people hurt people.
Right.
It's just it's a law of nature, and the best way to handle it, because we all get hurt in life. It's just, I wish it wasn't that way, but that is life. And so hurting people hurt people, and to go through and really understand that and think how you can actually help someone through that, or realize yourself that person in line that's taking forever in front of you may be sick, maybe is preoccupied with something devastating going on in their lives. You don't know.
Exactly.
So it's so hard in this culture, in this society today, to take a step back like that, but it is so important today. It is so important. The world's not slowing down. The world is becoming more and more aggressive by the moment. And if you just step back and realize, hey, what's really important in life, it totally changes the perspective. It gives you a deep sigh of peacefulness.
It does.
Absolutely.
Right. It's all about love. Anyway, so we're almost out of time. I don't know if you had a few ending remarks or anything. So what I'm thinking of the rest of the show, maybe we'll play a couple of songs, and so you can get more a taste of the band, Star Off Machine. And also, too, please contact us if you'd like to be on the show. Right now, we have it on Mondays from 11 to 12. In a few weeks, it may change to Thursdays, but right now, we're back on Mondays. So, and when I'm not available, I will see if sometimes Jill's available. So if Mike has no objection, we might do that or whatever. We'll figure it out. But it's always going to be live your dream. It's about you. So art, music, a business, a nonprofit, whatever's near and dear to your heart, come on down. So thank you so much. And again, I'm Leticia Pinjatori, and this is Jill Ellis. And we're going to sign out, probably a quick commercial, and then into the music. Take care. Have a great week.
Bye, Central Valley.